Sorry, phone rang, and I'm using my Galaxy 8 to record this. I don't have a camera. This is all I got. So shout out to Samsung Galaxy 8. Maybe one day they'll sponsor me. You know, Wouldn't that be awesome? Never have to pay for another camera phone again. Why, Hoochie Mamas are like OG thoughts, okay? We laid the foundation for all of the IG thoughts, Twitter thoughts, all them thoughts out there that are making money doing minimal work by just posting pictures of your ass. We laid the foundation for you ladies. You're welcome. Picture it. Early 1993. Or was it late 1992? Who can remember? Me, a young lass of 23, living in my hometown of Louisville, Kentucky, y'all. The early 90s was confusing at best, and it showed up everywhere. Fashion was a hodgepodge of grunge, granny, hippie, hoochie chic. Celebrities confused, not sure if they wanted to be sexy boys or a stripper. Confusion even impacted dating. Look at the infamous Freaknik. It was a breeding ground of blossoming strippers, rapey behavior, and unleashed freakiness. Up next on Makeup Tales with Yvonne Maurice. That time I met Bernie Mac. Welcome to my channel. This is Yvonne Maurice, and I'm so excited that you're here to join me today for one of my makeup tales. I love telling stories. I have no freaking intro. I can't say, hey, it's your girl, because I'm not a girl. Those days are long gone. And so I just really hope that you enjoy what you see and that you subscribe below. Maybe check that notification button as well so that you'll know when I have my latest update. Let's get into it. It's 1992. Maybe early 93. I will say that I was a hot child in the city. I was out there in the streets in 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, and 98. So living in a one-bedroom, shitty-ass apartment. I was dating a drug dealer. That was what people did, with aspirations of either being a stripper or a college student. So it was just that time in the 90s, Everybody was just running buck wild. Dr. Dre had released The Chronic. The 90s, they were trying to figure out themselves. After the decade of excess, then it went into the decade of debauchery in the 90s. I mean, look at the fashion that was being worn there. You didn't know if you wanted to be a whore or a grunge rock star. You were just confused. And so it reflected in every trend that was hot back then, So, working at this shitty job called, at this place called the Kentucky Center for the Arts. The Kentucky Center for the Arts was like one-stop shopping for entertainment in Louisville. You could see plays, the Alvin Ailey Dance Theater, concerts. I mean, a lot of musicals. Shoot, I saw The Fiddler on the Roof. I saw Cats. I saw Phantom of the Opera. I saw Cats. Okay, so I really liked Cats. Saw it more than once. Don't you judge me. Don't you dare judge. Pre-installed cable. And basically that means bootleg cable. With me having my bootleg cable, it privileged me to be able to watch Def Comedy Jam. It's normally my routine to watch Def Comedy Jam on a Friday night and then proceed to go to the club afterwards to get lit. Def Comedy Jam just introduced so many different talents to the entertainment industry that previously weren't exposed. Martin Lawrence, he had just starred in or had been featured in, what's that movie with Spike Lee? Do the Right Thing. He was in Do the Right Thing in 91. Then he was on HBO, okay? And then in 92, Martin the Show came out. Taking place also is that the other comedians that were being featured on Def Comedy Jam were also blowing up. And performances, I saw D.L. Hughley, I saw Chris Rock, I saw Leslie Jones, I just Don DC Curry, Patrice O'Neal, Adele Givens, Cheryl Underwood, Shuck It, Duck It, Quack, Quack, Hamburger. And I'm only naming the ones that I thought were funny. Joe Torre, Teddy Carpenter. I mean, I can go on and on. So Def Comedy Jam, when it came through Louisville, so I was excited. I was like, oh, cool. My favorite of the class of Def Comedy Jam was Bernie Mac. I ain't scared of you, motherfucker. But he wasn't so hot that he had been in movies yet, okay? In '92, he did Mo Money with Damon and Marlon Wayans and Stacey Dash. And I think he was a doorman, which was Who the Man. And I think that was with Dre and Ed Lover. Your Jam tour came to town. I made sure that I got me 2 tickets at a deeply discounted rate. Had a blast. Then one of the stage managers, I knew the stage managers because that was how I rolled back then. Went backstage, met some of the comedians, saw Bernie, got introduced to him. He said, hey, come on with us. We're going to this bar over on 22nd and Broadway. I think it was called the Oaks. It changed names and owners quite a few times, so I'm not sure about that. Cool, Bernie Mac wants to hang out with us nobodies, you know. Like, this dude is a celebrity, you know. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. He's like, you know, it's cool to be treated like a regular person because I am just a regular person, you know. I don't like all this fake Hollywood shit. That's what he was saying, you know. The most down-to-earth celebs that I've ever met, ever, to this day. And I've met a lot of, as we're sitting there and he's buying us drinks and we're just talking and he's talking about being on the road and telling us some silly stories that I can't remember because I was a little intoxicated. I wish I could remember this. But anyway, I do remember other things. So for instance, as we were sitting there having drinks, the Hoochie Mamas came out. You know, and they were in their confusing outfits, titties out, ass out, with big old flannel shirts on and shit, you know. One of them got all these titties and everything, and she kind of leans over, and she's talking to Bernie in his ear, right? So we can't really hear what he's saying, and he's just sitting there kind of nodding and listening. Just nodding and listening. That's what he's doing. Not looking at her, not doing nothing. And this girl is all up in his ear. I mean, I'm like seeing saliva and stuff popping off. She's all up in his ear. He don't even turn to look at the girl when she gets up, when she stands up and raises up and kind of smiles at him like, "What's your answer, daddy?" type of thing, you know, like move. I don't remember exactly what he said, but he dismissed her. And I was like, Bernie, like I knew him. It's like, what was that about? And he was like, oh, these hoes. I can buy these hoes for a penny. I ain't worried about these trick ass hoes. These penny ass hoes. I got a good woman at home. I love her. So the man had morals. The man respected his marriage. And my level of respect for him increased so much more just because of that. Bernie was like, what do you want to do? What do you, I said, so, you know, if I had my druthers, I'd like to get into PR, working in PR for maybe different types of artists, maybe comedians, musicians, things like that. You know, I'm just telling them, I'm sharing in my dreams, right? And he's like, for real? He's like, well, you know what? I don't even have a real manager. He's like, I got a manager, but I don't have anybody who handles my PR. And I think that you would be great in handling my PR. So Bernie Mac offered me a job. No, seriously. He fucking offered me a job. Gave me his business card. Told me to call him in Chicago. My cynical ass been hit on by another comedian and talked to so rudely. I just really was, even though I knew that he was cool then, I couldn't see past all the other crap that was going on that night. So I didn't take him seriously. And I could have been like Bernie Mac, could have been in comedy years ago. I don't know what could have happened. I don't know. But you know what? If I had done that, I wouldn't be here today being able to tell this story to you. So, you know, you win some, you lose some, but that's my story of how I met Bernie Mac. Thank you so much. Yay! We got through another story on Makeup Tales. Have a good one, and until next time, love and happiness, people. Love and happiness. Love and happiness.
Heat in my vein like vernacular. Cook up the beat with a spatula. Y'all are not ready for action. I'm smoking these rappers and feeling spectacular. Making it killing like massacre. Watch out, I'm whipping my wrist. Right on my city, been pissed, but I show them love. I'm not the one that's at risk. My homie told me that when people rise up against you, it's a sign of your destiny real. Fake ones been hating, cause they know that one day you're making it. Jealousy's all they can feel. Plugging the phone, drifting my zone, pain in the